But in the course of that, I discovered that if you're on death row in America, in the richest country on earth, you have no right to a free lawyer. And so these guys were on death row. They had no lawyers except for the tiny number, about 4 at the time, in the whole of the Deep South, who were willing to do it for nothing. So even I could work out that I would get
So I actually didn't know that, to be fair. So a lot of the inmates there, they almost couldn't defend themselves
Of
properly,
course they
or
can't.
how would it work?
No, I mean, the death penalty law is probably the most complicated law there is in the world, and there's a huge amount of it. And when you're on death row, you are by definition poor. The overwhelming probability is that you haven't had much of an opportunity in life, you haven't had an education, and you have no access. You can't investigate your case because you're on death row. The idea of doing that, I mean, I later brought a case on behalf of a guy called Willie Russell in Mississippi, who was mentally disabled, who didn't even have a pencil, let alone anything else, and who was meant to be representing himself. And it was just silly. We got within 40 minutes of his execution before we got that stay. Eventually, Mississippi became one of the first states to say enough is enough, and to set up an office that would represent